Welcome back to Explaining Everything, the channel where we dive into the stories and mysteries behind everyday things. Today's question comes from one of our awesome viewers, Maddie Crumb. Thanks for the sweet suggestion, Maddie. You asked, why are donuts round? It's one of those things we never really question until we do. You bite into that perfect ring of fried dough, and suddenly it hits you. Why the circle? Why the hole? Who came up with this shape? And were they a genius or just really bad at geometry? So today, we're digging into the surprisingly delightful history of donuts, from ancient fried dough to a teenage sailor with a pepper tin, and uncover the tasty tale behind the donut shape, right here on Explaining Everything. Let's get the obvious out of the way first. Donuts are round because, wait for it, people made them that way. Boom! Mystery solved. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Okay, fine. Let's go deeper. First things first. Humans have been frying dough since forever. Every culture on Earth seems to have looked at dough and oil and thought, let's make this bad decision together. Ancient Greeks had fried honey cakes. The Chinese had youtiao. India has gulab jamun. Every civilization has tried it, probably after a long day and a bottle of wine. But those early fried doughs, they weren't round with holes. Nope, just blobs. Delicious blobs. Yes, but impractical blobs that often cooked unevenly. Crunchy outside, raw inside. Basically the pastry version of wearing a leather jacket with pajama pants. So, how did the ring shape come about? Let me introduce you to the unsung hero of snack design, Hanson Gregory. A 16-year-old American ship captain in 1847 who apparently got fed up with soggy centered donuts, which, let's be real, is incredibly relatable. Now, Captain Gregory claimed that he was chowing down on some deep-fried dough on his ship, and it was always raw in the middle. So one day, he just punched out the center with a pepper tin, as in the thing you store pepper in, and just like that, boom! The donut hole was born. Imagine being so annoyed by your breakfast that you invent an entire genre of food. That's the kind of productive rage I aspire to. So, besides teenage donut aggression, why did the hole catch on? Science. That's right. We're talking about donut thermodynamics. If you fry a ball of dough, the outside gets crispy long before the inside cooks, which means either the edges are overdone or the middle is an uncooked swamp. But if you make the dough ring-shaped, suddenly the heat can reach the center. No more uncooked core. No more crunch on the outside, goo on the inside. Just a consistent golden masterpiece. It's like the engineers of the culinary world all looked at each other and said, cut out the middle, save the breakfast. So now you've got this perfectly cooked, ring-shaped delight. And what happens? People go nuts for it. Street vendors start selling them. Bakeries jump on the trend. By the time the 20th century rolls around, donuts are everywhere. And then came automation. Machines that could punch out rings by the dozen, by the hundred. That's when the donut became standardized. Predictable. Glorious. But wait, what about the hole? You know, those cute little donut holes they sell in bags? Surely those are the actual holes from real donuts, right? Hate to burst your sweet powdered bubble. But nope. Most commercial donut holes are made separately. Factories don't punch a hole and fry it. They just ball up dough and fry that too. which means donut holes are kind of donut imposters. Delicious imposters, yes, but imposters nonetheless. Now you might be thinking, wait a minute, not all donuts are ring-shaped. What about jelly donuts or Boston cream? True, filled donuts are the rebels of the donut world. They said, "We see your hole and raise you a custard center." They're not wrong. Sometimes a donut center is best used for glorious fillings. But here's the thing. Filled donuts aren't really replacing the ring. They're just different. A whole separate category. Like how smoothies are technically drinks, but spiritually a meal. So yes, filled donuts exist. But the ring donut, it's the OG, the one that started it all. Now, if you really want to get deep, and why wouldn't you? This is a channel that just spent 7 minutes talking about fried dough. Consider this. The donut is a metaphor. Think about it. It's complete despite the hole. In fact, the hole is what makes it whole. That's right. I said it. It's a reminder that you don't need to be filled to be fulfilling. That sometimes a little space makes everything better. That even breakfast has layers of meaning. And sometimes glaze. So, why are donuts round? Because a teenage ship captain was tired of eating raw middles because physics demanded a better fried experience. Because your fingers and coffee mug needed a snack buddy. And maybe, just maybe, because the world needed one shape that brings people together with sprinkles on top. So next time you grab a donut, take a second. Look at that little hole and whisper, "Thank you, Captain Hanson Gregory. You weird, brilliant legend." If you enjoyed this deep dive into the interesting world of donuts, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an episode. And if you have suggestions for our next video, feel free to share them in the comments below. We'll be sure to give you an acknowledgement for your contribution. Thank you for tuning in, and join us next time here in the channel that answers all the why, what, who, where, and how questions you've always wondered about, here on Explaining Everything.